off here.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex Friedman. I'm with the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and it's our job to support community, campus, and Indigenous radio stations across the country, and you are listening to one of the best. This is CHMA Radio.
Hello, I'm Gerald Dukman from Dukman Design, and you're listening to CHMA.
The time is 9 o'clock, and you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
Hello, and welcome to CHMA's local news at 106.9 FM and CHMAFM.com. We are broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes, on the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. I'm Theodore Remerak. Today is Wednesday, August 26th. In the news today, EOS Eco Energy is holding a free emergency planning session in Sackville on Thursday evening. The session will cover what should be included in a 72-hour emergency kit and how those supplies can help during severe weather or a power outage. Local firefighters will also be there to answer questions about getting ready for emergencies. The session runs from 5 to 6 at Sackville United Church. A free guided bird walk is happening at the Tantamar Waterfall Park Saturday evening. The walk will focus on marsh birds and how they are tracked through the Marsh Watch program. It runs from 6 to 7:30 p.m., starting at the Tantamar Visitor Information Center. No registration is required. And now, CHMA spoke with Mount Allison Students' Union President and CEO Cassandra Vale about new supports for students this fall and what the union wants to see from the province. As Mount Allison students prepare to return to campus, their student union says affordability will be one of its biggest concerns this year. Cassandra Vale is president and CEO of the Mount Allison Students' Union, and she says most of the issues reaching her office come down to two things.
All or most of the issues come across my desk fall into either an affordability issue or an issue of students not feeling like they have a say in their experience at university.
Massey is responding with several new initiatives this fall. One is the Massey Financial Need-Based Student Bursary, a new pilot program aimed at students who need financial assistance. Vale says rising costs are making it increasingly difficult for some students to afford university.
It's becoming an extreme financial barrier to get education. It's not accessible for most students, and we want to do everything in our power and ensure that students are able to go here and they're not having to choose between paying their tuition and paying rent.
Food insecurity is another focus. Mount Allison operates a student pantry in the Student Center, providing food to students who need it. Vale says the pantry wasn't used as much as it could have been last year and may not have been as accessible as students needed. Massey brought those concerns to the university, and the two have spent the summer working on a new model. Some details haven't been announced yet, but Vale says making the service easier to access anonymously is a priority.
It's anonymous. It's anonymous for students to use, and they don't have to decide between disclosing their personal information in order to receive food that they need.
Massey is also working with Mount Allison to give students more information about additional course costs before registration closes. That could include textbooks, online subscriptions, or lab equipment. Expenses, Vale says, can add up quickly. Massey says there are limits to what it and the university can do on their own. Vale says provincial operating funding was frozen last year and worries future funding restraint could put more financial pressure on universities and students.
It's going to get to a point that they can't afford to go here. They can't afford to go to universities or colleges across New Brunswick, and it needs to be a priority for the government that they are investing in the student experience.
Vale says Massey was working with other student union leaders across New Brunswick to push the province to make post-secondary education a priority. But getting in front of provincial decision makers hasn't been easy.
What we've learned from last year is that we need to start this very early, and we have been, and we know what needs to get done. Students know what needs to get done, but I will say that has been quite an uphill battle.
Val says Masu has had a different experience with Mount Allison. She describes the university as receptive to the union's concerns and says it understands Masu doesn't want provincial funding pressures passed on to students. Masu was also putting together its annual budget asks for Mount Allison, outlining where the union believes the university should focus its resources. When asked what Masu wants from the province, Vail acknowledged the union has been more focused on raising the affordability problem than proposing detailed solutions. But she says there is one clear step the province can take.
But really not to say it bluntly, but the solution is not to cut the operational grants to the post-secondary institutions across New Brunswick.
Affordability isn't Masu's only priority this year. Vail also wants students to have more influence over the direction of their union. She wants to develop a 3-year strategic plan shaped by student input. Vail says the goal is to give students a bigger role in deciding what their union takes on next. For CHMA, I'm Theodore Remerak.
Hey, this is Nana from Sussex, and you're listening to CHMA.
And here's your CHMA Atlantic update. New Brunswick Premier Susan Holt says her government won't cut off power to Maine, even as Canada and the U.S. are in the middle of a trade war. The Premier says it's a serious decision to strip the American state of power because it has been a good neighbor to New Brunswick. Holt says her government will evaluate if its joint provincial federal tariff relief fund needs more money in the next provincial budget. She also says she supports hitting the U.S. with tariffs and is working with the federal government on counter duties. The Nova Scotia government says it's investing $1.2 million in research and innovation for protection from tick-borne diseases. The investment goes to Research Nova Scotia, which will see industry partners and scholars developing and testing new tick control and repellency technologies. Advanced Education Minister Brian Wong, who's responsible for Research Nova Scotia, says this funding will build on the province's expertise in tick repellency. Nova Scotia is home to black-legged ticks that can spread illnesses like Lyme disease. Police in Lewisport, Newfoundland say they are investigating after one person died in a motorcycle crash over the weekend. Officers received a call about a motorcycle that crashed on Route 340 on Sunday night. The 58-year-old driver of the motorcycle died in hospital, while the passenger is being treated for non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the investigation is ongoing and they're still looking into what caused the crash. Halifax Regional Police say they have arrested 2 youths in connection with an assault involving a weapon that happened yesterday in Lower Sackville. Officers say they received a call about an assault with a weapon in the 700 block of Sackville Drive. They say a group of young people had been sprayed with a sensory irritant by 2 other men known to them. Police say they arrested 2 18-year-old men. The first suspect was let go on conditions, while the second is facing charges including assault with a weapon and failure to comply with a youth sentence. And that has been your CHMA Atlantic update.
This is Anonymous, and you're listening to CHMA.
Hi, I'm Gautam, and you're listening to CHMA. CHMA.
And now for what's happening in your community. Tantramar Active Living and Culture is pumped to host some amazing live wrestling action from Innovative Hybrid Wrestling at the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center on August 28th. This is a family-friendly show with full canteen service. Tickets are available online at ihwrestling.ca, at the Tantramar Town Hall, or at the door. They cost $25 for front row seats, $20 for adults general admission, and $15 for kids and student general admission. All 50-50 proceeds support Sackville Rangers minor hockey. The doors open at 6:30 p.m. and the bell time is 7 p.m. This is Innovative Hybrid Wrestling on August 28th at the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center. If you're interested in learning firsthand the birds of Tantramar, then mark your calendars for the Marsh Wash Guided Nature Walk. This event is being hosted by Birds Canada, Ducks Unlimited, Nature NB, and the Naturalist Club. Join Gwen from Birds Canada for a free walk and birding trip through Waterfowl Park. Learn about marsh birds, the Marsh Watch Project, and how to get involved in community science efforts. This event is on August 29th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m., starting at the Tantramar Visitor Information Center. Join Duckies for a killer lineup of shows on August 29th at 8 p.m. Puffin and the Devil's Punch Bowl will be playing. Puffin is straight out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. Catch them live for a loud, high-energy set packed with riffs, hooks, and controlled chaos. Devil's Punch Bowl is an independent Atlantic Canadian band serving up a raw, high-energy blend of gothic folk, anarcho-punk, and skate folk. Gritty, loud, and unapologetically original, they bring East Coast storytelling and DIY spirit to every stage. The doors open at 7 p.m. and admission is $15 or pay what you can. Before the Amherst Ramblers game against the Pictou County Crushers on September 7th, skate alongside the Ramblers during a family skate. The family skate runs from 5:45 p.m. to 6:15 p.m. at the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center, and the game starts at 7 p.m. Make sure to grab $10 game tickets and helmets when you arrive. Grab your 50-50 tickets to support the Sackville Minor Hockey Club. This is the Ramblers Family Skate on September 7th from 5:45 to 6:15. And that's what's happening in your community.
And that was your CHMA News. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantramar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com.
Well, hey there, Sackville. I'm Andrew Shaver, host of When We Wake. Andrew, who? When we what? I know, I'm new here at CHMA, so thanks for having me. Speaking of, when do you have me? Well, you got me every Saturday morning from 11 till noon for a finely curated mix of predominantly, but not always exclusively, new Canadian indie, folk, and singer-songwriter. You know, Nico Paolo, Horsepath, Kaya Cater, that kind of thing. Along with some in-depth chats with the likes of, well, Nico Paolo, Horsepath, Kaya Cater, that kind of thing. It's When We Wake with me, Andrew Shaver, Saturday mornings at 11 right here on 106.9 CHMA.
Whether you're heading to work, getting off a shift, or just waking up in the morning, you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, voice of the marshes. I'm Maya Noel, and this is the Late Morning Show. Today is Wednesday, August 26th, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful morning so far. We're going to go ahead and get started with some music. First up, we have Emma Worley with Buddy, as well as Georgie Sweet with the Dawn Leisure remix of Equal Measure. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the music.
Whitewater whiplash, the gold rush, the stock crash. Good things come and good things pass. We were good till we were bad. So sad, but that's life, baby. It's a drag. White stain on a white shade, and my best dress is a dish rag now. My best friends moved to our hometown. I'm back for the weekend, so good to see you. You're at the party and you don't call me baby. If you don't call me baby, then don't call me anything. Salt in the world, insult to injury. When you introduce me as an old friend, like nothing ever happened, like we didn't share an address. ever have been. Well, you taught me how to be alone. You call me late from another time zone. Call me late if you call me at all. Uncalming, kinda calming long. I know space can make the heart grow thinner, but too much will just make you bitter. I was a lover and you were a quitter. I was a dreamer, but now I know better. Won't hitch my heart to a getaway car. You're the bar. You call me buddy, like I'm just somebody, like I'm nobody, baby. It really knocks the wind out of me when you introduce me as an old friend, like nothing ever happened, like we didn't share a mattress, a to-do list, or a garden. You introduced me as an old friend, like nothing ever happened, like we didn't share a mattress, like nothing never have been. An equal measure, an equal measure, an equal measure, an equal measure, an equal measure. I hear your call when it's late at night, and I can't wait to go to a place where this is some empty dream. A bit of this and that is all you need. What you want, I got it, baby. What you need, perfect balance, it's all in our energy. What you want, I got it, baby. What you need, let me be the only one. I could be your only one. A subtle balance act, but you know it. This quiet push and pull, can you feel it? I hear it like a melody. No forcing it, cause it just be a way of love that feels so right to be. An equal measure, an equal measure, an equal measure. Oh no, no, an equal measure. I know there isn't a way that there could be a balance so finely tuned. It ain't hard for me to know that here with you is where I'm meant to be. Two sides of the same coin, it's clear to see. What you want, I got it, baby. What you need, perfect balance, it's all in our energy. What you want, I got it, baby. What you need, let me be the only
That was the Don Leisure remix of Equal Measure by Georgie Sweet on CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick, Voice of the Marshes. I'm Maya Noel, and you're listening to The Late Morning Show. And we also heard Buddy by Emma Worley. Next up, we've got Spirit Josh with Me and Marie, as well as Yera with The Reason. Let's get into it.
Country
flowers in bloom. Colors all around us gave way to violet